When a business contract expires in India, you can't simply turn back time. Understanding the legal implications of expired contracts is crucial for protecting your business interests and avoiding costly disputes. In India, once a contract has expired, it legally ceases to exist. You cannot revive an expired contract in its original form. What many business owners don't realize is that extending an expired contract actually means creating an entirely new agreement, even if the terms remain identical. The distinction between extension and renewal is fundamental in Indian contract law. An extension prolongs an existing contract before it expires, maintaining the original terms. A renewal, however, creates a new contract, often after the original has expired. This difference has significant legal implications for businesses operating in India. When a contract expires, only elements specifically designated to survive termination continue to exist. These elements are typically outlined in a survival clause within the original agreement. All other obligations and rights terminate, though parties may retain certain legal rights for as long as the statute of limitations allows. To avoid contract lapses altogether, many businesses incorporate automatic extension clauses. These provisions extend a contract automatically for predetermined time periods unless one party explicitly communicates their intention not to renew. This approach provides continuity and certainty in business relationships. If your contract included an extension option, remember that this must be exercised before the initial term ends. The extension should be documented in writing, typically through a simple document referencing the original agreement's terms while noting any modifications both parties have agreed to. Operating under an expired contract exposes businesses to 4 significant risks. Audit risks arise when public agencies cannot demonstrate proper procedure for ongoing work. Contractual risks emerge when amendments lack appropriate language acknowledging the original contract's expiration. Protest risks occur when competitors claim they were unfairly denied the opportunity to compete for work. And finally, publicity risks develop when these issues attract negative media attention. Indian courts have sometimes recognized continued performance after expiration as forming a new implied contract. However, enforceability depends heavily on evidence of mutual intention, absence of objection from either party, and precedents in case law. Relying on judicial interpretation remains unpredictable, making written agreements the safer option. When dealing with expired contracts in India, document all negotiations and actions taken during the post-expiry period. Avoid oral agreements, as courts rarely enforce verbal extensions or renewals. If executing a new contract, clearly specify retroactive dates and ensure compliance with the Indian Contract Act of 1872. Several legal approaches exist for addressing expired contracts. You can draft a new agreement with retrospective effect, ensuring continuity of obligations. Variation agreements may work in limited circumstances where the original contract has a surviving variation clause. Reaffirmation or ratification can formalize arrangements where both parties continued performing as though the contract remained valid. The doctrine of implied terms under Indian law may create an enforceable agreement based on post-expiry conduct, but only when both parties continue fulfilling obligations and demonstrate clear mutual intention to remain bound. Remember these key points. Extending an expired contract in India means creating a new agreement, not reviving the old one. Extensions must be made before expiry, while renewals occur after. Implied conduct after expiration creates legal uncertainty. Courts consider parties' behavior and communication when assessing enforceability. And finally, formalizing arrangements in writing remains the most reliable approach to protect your business interests. Understanding these legal nuances helps businesses navigate contract expiration confidently and minimize potential disputes in the Indian legal landscape.